Hey guys! Okay, so I am pretty sure we are live. And if we are, please let me know. Let me know in the chat. Make sure you guys can hear and you guys can see me. Yeah, if not, then I guess won't hear from you. But if you can see and or hear me, please let me know. But yes, so it is another WDW Wednesday here at SwishWilly and Disney. Sorry I am late, everybody. I am typically not late. However, today was like a whole slew of meetings and work preoccupied my time. However, I am here and we are ready to roll because we have a lot to talk about. There has been so many things that have occurred, some good, some bad, some I guess you can make up your own mind on that one. But yeah, so we're gonna be chit-chatting about a whole lot of stuff. Lots and lots on the docket. So, hey Justin, hey Jared, hey Cheryl, thank you so much for joining in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button and sharing the stream out. Hey Megan, hope you're doing well. And make sure you guys stick around because we have an extra special stream coming to SwishWilly and Disney tonight. At 11:15, we are going live from Epcot for the cast preview of Epcot Forever. So, of course, I am at home. I have a great person in my life that is going to be assisting me with this, but it is definitely happening. So, I will push that link through a little bit later, so you guys stick around because that link is definitely coming up. And make sure you hit that subscription button and click the notification bell because if you miss the link, at least that bell will notify you about half an hour before we go live and as soon as we do. So, that's what I'm going to say about that. So, I am great, Cheryl. How are you? Your daughter's in MK today. Oh, so jealous. I am so jealous. Alas, I am in my room. So, yeah. But that's awesome. I'm so jealous. I'm sure you are too. Or you are too, not you are tour. Yeah, so we have lots to talk about. Honestly, like, where the heck do we start? Where on earth do we start? So, of course, yesterday was the cast preview for Happily Ever After, which was extremely exciting, and I hope you guys got to catch somebody's stream. I know several people did. My good friend Nick at Magical News Live streamed it live from the Contemporary Resort, which was great. He had a phenomenal view. It was great. We heard the sound and everything. So if you didn't tune in to Nick, please make sure that you do on his next live stream so you can follow him at Magical News Live. So, yeah. EMH. What? There's EMH tonight? Extra magic hours? Oh my goodness. That'd be wild. Extra magic hours. Okay. So, I heard about Canada Pavilion last night. What gives? Exactly. Alright, I guess we're going to start off with the hard hitters tonight. This is definitely a what gives scenario. This is really sad for us Canadians, and it sucks because it happened literally like 5 days before Canada Day, which if you don't know, Canada Day is tomorrow. That is Canada's birthday. We are 153 years old, I think, tomorrow, or 54. Something like that. EMH is coming back. That is crazy. I did not know that. So thank you, Cheryl. And we will definitely touch on that as soon as we talk about Canada. So for those of you who don't already know this, so last Food and Wine Festival, was it last? Yeah, because technically it wasn't really Food and Wine. So basically what had happened was the Canada movie, the original Oh Canada with Martin Short, went down for refurbishment. They have a whole new video, Canada Far and Wide. And while it was getting refurbished, they basically turned it into a giant like apple orchard type thing for Food and Wine Festival. Which was all well and good to me because I didn't really care what they did with the theater in the meantime because at the end of the day it would have been wasted space because it was down for refurbishment. However, this is really, this is hard for me because this is near and dear to my heart. If you don't already know this, I was once a cast member in the Canada Pavilion, so this is like a big thing for me. I was in tears the other day. Like, it hit me out of nowhere. I had heard that it was happening, hoping it was going to be a rumor. However, Disney has decided to completely cover up all of the signage for Canada Far and Wide, have basically sandwich boards that say Canada Far and Wide is not available right now, and we have no idea if it's going to be coming back. And the rumor on the street, granted this is a rumor, however, I feel fairly certain that my sources on this one are correct. My sources are kind of like, they're indirect sources. I heard it from somebody. So again, this could be misconstrued. However, the rumor on the street is that this is getting turned into a food and wine kiosk. Ask me how I feel about this. It's extremely upsetting. This is one of those things where I don't think it's any kind of, I don't think it's really any surprise to a lot of people that Canada is the country that kind of got hit with that. It's kind of unfortunately been a little bit neglected in recent years. And of course, all they have right now is a popcorn stand, a merchandise cart, and restaurant because they don't have an attraction anymore. So it kind of looks a little lackluster, and it's a little upsetting because it is my home country. I am extremely proud to be a Canadian. I am so proud to show off my country to people, and now we can't in the form of Epcot. And a lot of people come to Epcot and they go to the World Showcase and will never visit these countries in real life. So to them, that is that country, and it pains me to know that we cannot share that with guests anymore. At least for the interim. I really hope this is going to be temporary. I don't think this is a good move. And I rarely ever get this upset with a decision that Disney does. I very much believe that the decisions that they make, hey, Chelsea is getting hit really hard with this one as well. And this is one of those things where, like I said, I rarely get upset with Disney decisions. I am a firm believer that they know what they're doing. I'm a firm believer in knowing that there is progress and things need to change. However, this one cut me a little too deep. I used to say, oh, you cut me deep with the Great Movie Ride, and you cut me deep with the Osborne Spectacle of Dancing Lights. This one hurts. This one really hurts. So I don't know what to do. I don't understand why. I don't understand where the logic was. If you guys understand it, cool, let me know, because I'd like to see a different perspective on this. But it's really hard to see a silver lining in this one for myself. And my fellow former CRPs we're all feeling the exact same way. Although I haven't been a cast member in that park since 2016, I sit here and I feel like I've never left, but I actually feel like a part of me has left the park. I didn't work in the attraction. My friend Chelsea did, and Chelsea in the chat right now, oh, thanks, Chelsea. She knows the entire thing memorized, so fantastic. She's gonna have a one-man show, which is awesome. But yeah, so this is a really painful thing to talk about, and I guess if you've never worked there, it's very hard to understand, and it's very hard to kind of grasp the feeling of like almost emptiness that it gives you. I'm gonna try not to cry because I think I got all my tears out earlier about it. It's just one of those things where you don't want your home to ever go away, and it's okay if it changes. That's normal, that's life, but it's something else when it's taken away. So I really hope that this is certainly a temporary. I don't want this to become a festival center. That's what World Showplace is for. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm going to try not to swing back and talk about this one again because it is really upsetting for me. So I apologize for bringing anybody down if I did. That's certainly never my intention. However, it needed to get said. At least for my own sake, it needed to get said. So yeah, and yeah. So Jared says, I was annoyed when Off Kilter left Disney. Yes, again, I was a cast member. Debbie Downer, right? I was a cast member when Off Kilter was there, and that was also very upsetting to see them leave. Nobody wants to see them leave. They're freaking fantastic, and if you don't know Off Kilter, please go on YouTube and look this up after the stream, obviously, but they're fantastic. So yeah, Oh, hey, Francisco, welcome. Thanks for joining again. Yeah, so we're going to move off of that topic because that one, like I said, it's really painful for me to talk about. If you're just tuning in now, you guys can rewind at the replay because I kind of don't really want to touch on it. It hurts a little bit. I may make a vlog on it. I haven't made that decision yet. I think I need to let my emotions kind of subside so I can make a level-headed video on that if I choose to. Yeah, so let's move on to more exciting news, shall we? We got the bad news out of the way. I guess that's the good spot. So, one of the biggest things right now is that the Contemporary Resort has been deciding to transition their rooms. So, similarly, the Polynesian Resort has changed. Well, it's starting to change because we obviously know they're going under massive refurbishment. But a lot of the rooms are actually turning into character-themed rooms. So they're turning into Moana, which is very cool. Moana's a great character. It's a great movie. I don't know if I necessarily want Moana in every room, just because the Polynesian is such a gorgeous resort in itself. But hey, you know, like whatever. So similarly, the Contemporary is taking the route where they are now bringing in The Incredibles, which is very cool. Again, The Incredibles are great. Now, the Contemporary has always kind of had that like cold, modern kind of look to it, where it wasn't super Disney. However, now that has greatly changed. So now it's going to be The Incredibles completely. So when the borders reopen, make a trip down to Florida next January and attend the Central Florida Highland Games. Off kilters. Oh, that is great to know. I will do that. Chelsea, we're going to take a trip. We're going to take a trip and we are going to watch Off Kilter. The rooms are so cute. If only I could afford them. Staying at the Contemporary and Polynesian is just a dream away. It's just a dream away. I fully agree with you on that one, Chelsea, because I can't afford to stay at a deluxe resort either. Maybe for like one night if I feel like splurging on myself. But yeah, so they are cute rooms. Let's talk about that. Now, how do we feel about the resorts going into the character and film route? Now, for me, I thought it was really cool to have different concepts, and I felt like keeping it with the All-Star movies and Art of Animation, that kind of stuff was great, holding onto your character-driven stuff there, because if people want that, then they can go there. However, I do feel like they're kind of taking over a lot of the resorts that people, like, they're our beloved resorts. So I'm interested to see, because I know Cheryl goes to Poly a lot, so, okay, so she stays at the DVC rooms. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I loved the resorts as is, and again, Disney does changes, and I like to believe that the changes are educated guesses or educated changes. So I'm gonna say that they know what they're doing in this sense. However, for myself, I would personally prefer that it kind of stayed the Contemporary and it stayed the Polynesian. You can have. Here's what I think would be cool. Similarly to what they did at the Caribbean Beach Resort, where they had the pirate rooms, only a certain area of the resort were reserved for those rooms. So I think that they probably should have went that route. Instead of creating every single room into Moana or every single room into The Incredibles, hold on to a section. So if people want The Incredibles room, they can get The Incredibles room. If they don't, then they can just stay at the Contemporary. That's my opinion. I don't know if anyone else thinks. Lindsay, keep an eye on the website. I just see him. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jared. Love the common areas of the resorts, not the character movie related. Right. Yeah, that's just it. That's just it. I do not think the characters belong in Contemporary Grand Floridian. Are the characters going into Grand Flo? I think so. Oh my god, I'm so like kind of lost on it. Polly has some Moana motif. Well, and the thing is, the Polynesian too, it's going to have that Moana feel to it because it was based off of that kind of styling. So it already had it with or without her. So I feel like, for instance, my niece, if we were to walk into the Polynesian, actually this did happen. So we went into Ohana for dinner once, and I had my niece with me, and she loves Moana. And she walked into the Polynesian, she's like, ooh, Moana. She didn't need the visual of Moana to feel like Moana was there. So I don't really know. I'm not a Debbie Downer. I feel like I am because I just kind of went off on my Canada tirade. And I'm sorry about that, everybody. But that's just kind of like, it's an interesting thing that's been happening. So yeah, the Contemporary is changing a little bit. But yeah. So it is, and obviously it's not ready just yet. It's coming up in coming months. And also the wave is changing. So the wave is turning into a brand new steakhouse. How do you guys feel about that? See, now here's my thing. I've only eaten at the Wave, I think, once. It was good. I didn't think really much about it, but I also only went for breakfast, so I'm not familiar with their menu and stuff like that. But I've heard good things. So I'm not sure. I feel like having a steakhouse isn't a bad idea. I mean, steakhouses are good. So, and it is based off of one that's already at Disneyland, I believe. So, it was not too bad, the Polly. It was subtle. That's what, right, okay, it's subtle. But then you have, like, I don't know, I think it's the characters in the room that are odd to me. Because, like, when you go into, like, the All-Star Resorts or Pop Century, you have, like, one picture of Mickey. And now you have, like, full incredible rooms. But, I mean, hey, it's cool, I guess, whatever, right? I was trying to play around with my stream and see if I could get pictures posted again. It's not working, and Reese is going to be like, what is going on? Because he tried to help me so bad, and it just wasn't working. So, sorry, Reese, if you're listening. We have some more stuff. So, we know that Boo Bash is going on. That actually starts up very, very soon. Very odd to have those rooms. That's what I'm saying, sure. It's the rooms that are weird. It's the rooms. But yeah, so we have Boo Bash. That's coming. So, originally, there were almost every single date in October was completely sold out. And now they seem to have added more tickets because all of a sudden there was only like one sold out date, and that was Halloween night itself. So we shall see. Actually, you know what? Let's have a look right now because I'm intrigued. We'll see if this is, let's see here, Boo Bash. Let's check out and see what the ticket sales are looking at right now. So again, if you are just joining, make sure you hit that like button and share the stream out to all your friends and family. I love chatting with you guys and talking about all the Walt Disney World news, so I would love to share it with everybody that you know. Hey, Nat, welcome. Yes, I am wearing my Run Disney sweater, and I actually have my Dopey challenge tank top underneath because we do have another thing to talk about a little bit later. But yeah, people pay top dollar for these resorts. If they want character rooms, they would have stayed at AOA at Pop. Exactly what I say, Cheryl. That's exactly what I'm saying. But what do I know, right? Like I've never been in hotel resort operations, so I don't 100% know. They obviously took a poll somewhere and decided that it was needed and requested. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. So, okay, we're checking out the tickets for the Boo Bash. Let's do this. Okay. So it looks like the first 2 nights in August are sold out. So the 10th and the 17th. They still have 5 dates in August. And those are on every Tuesday and Friday of August after the 10th. Then we have September. Absolutely no dates are sold out. And that is happening on every Tuesday and Friday as well as Sundays except for September 26th. Don't know what's going on that week. Oh, never mind. That's the week of the 50th anniversary premiering. So that would be why. And then we have October. October has 4 sold out dates. We have the 5th, the 8th, the 29th, and the 31st. So everything in between on a Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday are open for business. So it gets progressively more expensive the later you go to closer to Halloween. So if you want cheap tickets, you're going to want to go in August, and that's going to range. So your Friday nights are going to be $139, and your Tuesday night events are going to be $129. And then, mind you, if you are DVC or if you are an annual pass holder, you do get $10 off on August and September. So take $10 off, and that's what it is. So on Sundays and Tuesdays, $129, and on Fridays, $139 minus $10. Basically, you're paying the Tuesday fee for Friday if you're an annual pass holder or a Disney Vacation Club member. Yeah, and then you get to October, and they skyrocket to $159 and $169. And so basically, the closer you get, so either on a Friday or the closer you get to Halloween night, the more expensive it gets. And Halloween night was actually a $199 ticket, which was crazy. Especially because they still haven't announced if they're going to do fireworks yet. So, yeah, we'll find out. We shall find out. But they're, along with the Boo Bash, they actually have just announced a brand new like celebration basket. Has anyone heard about this? Hey Janine, welcome. Yay, Run Disney announcements. Yes, we're gonna get to that one for sure. Yeah, and Janine, you missed us talking about the Canada Pavilion ordeal that's currently happening with the attraction. Hey Elias, welcome. Thanks for joining. And you are going to Disneyland this weekend, so that's exciting. Yeah, so we talked about that. We talked about the Incredibles rooms at the Contemporary Resort, and we're currently talking about Boo Bash. And now we're talking about the new celebration basket that's coming. So let me tell you what's going to be inside this basket. Now, they haven't said how much this is, but they are delivering it from August 1st to November 4th. So you don't have, if you're there after Halloween, don't worry about it. You can get a basket. You can get a basket. So the basket will include a spooktacular keepsake character bin, festive Halloween sash to decorate the guest room door, a Mickey Mouse 15-inch plush, 2 traditional black Mickey ears, a spooky blanket, Disney-themed board games, tasty treats, and other memories. Not quite sure what the other memories are. They didn't say that. I feel like that's going to be like little tidbits that they can throw in here and there. They're going to be sporadic, and not every gift basket is probably not going to be the same, which is fun because you never really know. I wish I could show you this video. This picture, but alas, it's not really working on this stream for whatever reason today. But it does look like some of the treats you get are a full bag of Tostitos scoops and Tostitos salsa. I could eat that. Pretty delicious, if you ask me. Now this Disney info is kind of cuckoo. I never thought I'd see the day. But how much is the basket? It doesn't say. They didn't announce how much the basket is, unfortunately. And it does say, though, please note, the contents of the basket is subject to change. And it's only while supplies last. So I believe you probably have to contact the Disney, like, flower people? Disney Floral? I don't know what that name is, but hey, okay, sounds like a $150 gift basket. You never really know. Sometimes, this is the funny thing with Disney, is things that you really anticipate to be expensive are typically actually the affordable things, and things that you think are really going to be cheap are usually the expensive things. So, it's weird. Disney can surprise you in a whole lot of ways. Yes, flower and gifts. Yes, that's what it's called for sure. That's what it is. Disney Flower and Gifts. I currently don't have the phone number for that, but if somebody wants to find it, and if you're interested, you guys can pop it in there. That's totally up to you. But yeah, so we're going to talk about this thing that I never thought I'd see the day. But the Disney World Resort is currently offering a $1,000 signing bonus if you are going to be a new cast member in housekeeping or in the back of house in the kitchen. Wild. I would pay $1,000 if I could work in the park. I would pay that. Because I can't work there because I'm Canadian and don't have a visa. But I would pay that to bypass the visa system. So, I'm just saying, Disney, I'm just saying. But yeah, so they have, basically what they're doing is, if you stay on the job for at least 90 days, this is a $1,000 bonus. But you can also get $500 if you refer a cast member and are a current. That's incredible. So there you go. See, here, Janine, you refer me, I'll pay the $1,000, and then they'll pay you $500. There. That's how it should work. So it does say, so just in case you're interested in either housekeeping or working in the kitchen at Disney, the hourly pay for these typically starts at $16 at housekeeping and $18 for cooks. That, I can imagine, would be different based on your skill level. I would think. Years of service, in other parts, your experience level. I feel like that's where your wage may change. Maybe not. Not really sure. See, Janine, she knows. She knows me. Done. All right, deal. Okay, so you get a $1,000 hiring bonus first payment after 90 days is $250. Your second payment after 150 days is $750. So it's $1,000 accumulated, not all at once, which is actually really, really smart. So, hey Megan, welcome back. I hope you had a good dinner. Let me see. What else is going on? Oh, the Disney Cruise Line. So we have cool news happening for the Disney Cruise Line, obviously in the UK. They have their Disney Magic at Sea, which I do have a video about that, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. But the bad news is that the Disney Cruise Line has delayed the test cruises aboard the Disney Dream. That is, here, let me read the statement so you kind of get a perspective. So it says, we are delaying our simulation cruise due to a small number of inconsistent COVID-19 test results, which are considered positive by the CDC. The rigorous health and safety protocols we have in place helped us identify the situation, though the test results were ultimately negative. So that's basically telling me they probably had a slew of false positives. So they tested people, tested positive, tested again, tested negative. So I feel like that's where it's inconsistent. So to be on the safe side, they just decided to delay the test, unfortunately. Which is really, really, really unfortunate because I really want to jump on a Disney cruise because I've never been on one. It'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But right now it's not in the cards. So it was scheduled for June 29th, which was yesterday. So I'm sure you guys already know. And it was supposed to return tomorrow. So there's that. There is that. What port was the ship's port of call? Cape Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to say it was probably Cape Canaveral. I don't 100% know. But I want to say it was probably Cape Canaveral. Let me see. All right, Elias, this one's for you. We're going to start talking about Disneyland. So we're going to talk about the new dining locations that are reopened at Disneyland this coming July. Hey Chomps, welcome. So great to see you. Glad you're chatting in. We are just talking about all the fun news, not so fun news, different kind of news that's been going on at the Disney parks and within the company itself. So when I was on the Dream, it was Canaveral. Okay. Oh, it probably does go to both, Janine. You're probably right. It probably just depends on where you're sailing to. I feel like that's probably what it is. But yeah, so I don't know if Elias is still in here, but we're going to talk about Disneyland anyway. So Disneyland is opening up some more restaurants. So if you are headed down that way, which you definitely can head down that way now because as of June 15th, people from outside of the state of California could visit Disneyland, which is super exciting. I can finally go, I can go in a week's time, technically, because I will be fully vaccinated and I can come back home and not have to worry about the mandatory hotel quarantine that Canada was needing to do, which is still required if you're not fully vaccinated, but I am, so I can travel. So yes, Disneyland Avengers Campus is... Oh, I want to go so bad. So bad. So yeah, the restaurants that are currently going to be opening, that didn't make sense. The restaurants that are going to be opening in July are as follows. So tomorrow we have Harbor Gallery, you have Hungry Bear Restaurant, and then in California Adventure Park, we have the Lucky Fortune Cookery, as well as Corn Dog Castle and Schmoozies. Now, there are other ones that are opening on different, yes, Avengers Campus. We will also get to that one because that one's just really cool and I love talking about it each and every stream. But yeah, so we also have Refreshment Corner, which is opening on July 8th. Clarabelle's Hand Scooped Ice Cream also on July 8th. Oops, I missed this. Sorry, I was trying to go in chronological order and this didn't quite work. So on the Disneyland Hotel, we have I am going to butcher these names. I am so sorry. We have the Tangaroa Terrace Tropical Bar and Grill and Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar, both opening on Friday. So that's super exciting. I wish Trader Sam's is opening at Disney World. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. And then on the 8th, we have the Refreshment Corner. We have Clarabelle's Hand Scooped Ice Cream, which I said. And on the 15th, we have Kat Saka's Kettle. So they got a lot of movement happening at Disneyland, which is great because they went far too long with zero movement. So that's great. We have them moving and grooving. They're coming up. And yeah, so that's really exciting for everybody on the West Coast that really just couldn't travel anywhere and they didn't have even like their own local stuff to visit. So yes. So let's chit chat, shall we, about Avengers Campus because it's super exciting. So You do need a virtual queue to get in. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if that changed or not, because I heard that you needed it at first, and then someone told me that you don't need more. So I apologize if I have given any misinformation about that. So I'm going to highly recommend that you go to the Disneyland website, because they will be able to tell you there for sure. But you do for sure need a virtual queue if you want to ride Web Slingers. Now, I have a video about the virtual queue at Disneyland and how it's going to work, because there are currently 3 attractions that utilize the virtual queue, which is Web Slingers and Adventures Campus, obviously Rise of the Resistance and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and every now and again you have Indiana Jones Adventure. So if you check out that video, oh, perfect. Thank you, Nat, for sharing that. Nat, if you don't mind maybe putting in the link of the virtual queue vlog that I posted for Disneyland, just pop that into the chat for me. That way everyone can kind of go over and see and how kind of wonky the Indiana Jones one is. It works, but it doesn't work. Or so just sometimes it's not necessary. So yeah, if any one of the mods can link that, that would be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And a huge thing. So they have announced brand new Walt Disney World ambassadors. So the last ambassadors actually got lucky, because usually you're only allowed there for a certain amount of time, but because of everything that went on, they hadn't made the new ambassador team yet. So they had a little prolonged moment in that role. So we have some new ambassadors. We have Rayvon Redding and Ali Mannion, which will be very cool. So they're going to be the cast members for the next 2 years that are representing the ambassador team. So that's fun. So Raven and Ali will be the Walt Disney World ambassadors throughout the 50th anniversary, which I think is probably the most exciting time to be a Disney World ambassador. What I would do to be an ambassador, they are like the coolest role. It's so cool. You just, I don't know, just having that title and wearing that big gold pin, that'd be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely. I don't know. One of these days. Yeah. So did anyone catch the super cool, did anyone catch anyone's stream last night of people going live from the cast preview of Happily Ever After in Magic Kingdom? Because there were a lot of cast members there, and I certainly do not blame them. And I will promise you, I'm telling you right now, I did not have a dry eye watching it. Nor did my friend whom I was watching it with. And I feel like from what I was seeing, there was not a dry eye from a single cast member in that park last night. And I don't blame them at all, because how overwhelming, you know, because Happily Ever After really gets to you, like it gets into your heart, like just hearing it and seeing it in general, but seeing it for the first time in like over almost a year and a half, maybe not a year and a half, but it's what a crazy feeling. You saw some posts today. Oh, amazing. Perfect. Well, it opens tomorrow to the public. So head down to Magic Kingdom, guys, because you finally get your fireworks back. And so Disney always has that piece of magic. And no matter what's going on at Walt Disney World, that magic is always there somewhere. But putting in the fireworks again, it's that little piece that was really missing, that everyone's just like, okay, there it is. You know, it really, like, it gets you. It gets you. And I know you guys, I know some people probably don't get that feeling with fireworks just in general. But I don't know about you guys, but that Hercules part gets me every time. Every time. Doesn't matter. As soon as Zeus starts talking, that's it. I'm out of there. Don't look at me. I'm not crying. You're crying. So much meaning in the song. 100%. So much meaning in that song. Yeah. Reach out and find your happily ever after, people, because that's just insane. That's insane. But what went along with those fireworks last night was that Casey's Corner opened to cast members to, like, basically did a cast preview for Casey's Corner. If you guys don't know what Casey's Corner is, I don't know. That is like right on the corner of Main Street, right before you hit the Emporium, coming basically out of the park. So when you're walking up towards the castle, it's going to be right at the end on your left. It's just before you basically turn to go into Crystal Palace area, before you head over to Adventureland. Oh man, like here's the thing. I like hot dogs. I'm not a big hot dog fan, but there is something about Casey's hot dogs. And yes, that foot-long hot dog is back, as well as the frozen mint julep lemonade. I'm just saying. Fireworks complete the night at Magic Kingdom. They really do. So they also played Goodnight Kiss last night before, when they did close the park. It was before they did the fireworks for the cast members. However, it was just the music. So there was nothing, no projections, nothing that you typically saw, but they did play the Goodnight Kiss music, which was really, really exciting. So, you know, there's just like movement all the time. It's actually like, it's kind of crazy. There's just so much happening. So much happening at Disney. So much. Let's see. We definitely have the, we have the foot-long hot dog, which is crazy, but everyone gets it. That hot dog is expensive. It always has been. It's like $11.50 or something like that. But it's a foot, so, you know. All right, let's talk about Run Disney, because I am over the moon excited. So I have done Run Disney races since 2014. My very first one was the Tower of Terror 10 miler, which I really wish they still had, because night races were the best. And of course now Food and Wine is the Food and Wine run is no longer, it's no longer at night. So that's a little bit disappointing, because like I said, night races are great, especially at those times of the year. So the Tower of Terror 10 miler was at mid-October, and then Food and Wine run is always at November. So nighttime, it's still pretty warm in Florida, so running at night is actually really, really nice. But alas, Tower of Terror doesn't exist, and the Food and Wine run is in still in November, but it's during the day. But that's fine. So we have that one coming up. That's the very first one, is a Food and Wine one, and that is happening at the beginning of November this year. So I thought for sure they were going to take a little bit longer to bring it back. I thought they would go virtual for the remainder of the year, potentially bring it back for Marathon Weekend, but they surprised me and they went one race earlier than I anticipated, which is awesome. And I have every intention on signing up for that Goofy challenge for the Marathon Weekend. I did the Dopey challenge before in 2018, and that was a whole lot of fun. So yeah, my first Marathon Weekend, I did the 10K and the half, and then I had never ran a marathon before in my life and decided that I wanted to kind of torture myself and do the Dopey run as my first marathon, which was cuckoo. However, it was so much fun. I actually did a lot better than I thought I would. So that is why I am hoping that I'm going to be doing the Goofy run in January. I know that Nat is probably looking at virtual, which is awesome. Which is going to be awesome for her. She's super strong. Nat's strong at this stuff. I don't know if I could do those distances by myself with like nothing really around me. But so good on you, Nat. Someone's got to do it, and I'm glad that you can, because that's awesome for you. That's awesome. And then what else do we have? So it looked okay. So in the Food and Wine, it's very interesting. I keep saying it Food and Wine. It's Wine and Dine, but it's really interesting. I don't know if anybody has seen like the kind of the logo of it. So it's always been playing off of the Food and Wine Festival, which is why it's called Wine and Dine. Sorry, there's a noise happening over here. Weird. Sorry. Okay, I don't know what's over there. But yeah, so it's always called Wine and Dine, and so it's usually Food and Wine based. However, this one is called Wickedly Delicious, so I feel like they're still playing off of the Food and Wine Festival, but they're taking it into the villain route, which is very cool. So that weekend is going to be November 4th to the 7th, so it is going to be after Halloween, so I can't say it's going to be Halloween based, but it does sound like they're bringing out the villains, and those medals are probably going to be very, very cool. Very cool. Then you have Marathon Weekend, which is again what I'm going to be doing in January. That is coming on the January 5th to the 9th. So Janine, get ready because I'm going to be visiting. Oh, okay. People in my house making noise that time. Yeah. And then we have the Princess Marathon, well, half marathon weekend, which is going to be February 24th to the 27th. That one looks like, okay, this is why I'm really excited about these ones, because they have your non-traditional princesses as like their icon princesses for this race. Cinderella's there, but she's genuinely like your only icon. Your only like historical like icon one, like the original princesses. The other ones are, you have Mulan, Moana, and Tiana. So I think that is fantastic. Hey, Anonymous Panda, how are you? Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. It's always a challenge running by yourself. Everything is possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the thing, like I can run by myself. I did the 10K and the half marathon all by myself. Like my first one. And I'm totally fine running by myself. I think there's a lot of stuff going on around you at the Run Disney races. I just don't really, I get bored. I get bored if I'm running like in my own neighborhood for too long. I'm like, okay, I've seen that house several times. You know what I mean? So weird. And this is why we're not really sure what's happening. So traditionally in April, well, traditionally, it was really like what, 2-3 race weekends? It was a Star Wars themed race. They haven't announced that one. They are just saying that it is a Run Disney springtime surprise presented by OtterBox. But like, what is it? We don't know. And the color is teal. It's very interesting. I have no idea what this is going to be. No clue. Like when I think springtime in Disney, I think of like Bambi and Thumper, you know, that kind of stuff. But like I am totally thrown for a loop. Totally thrown. I feel like it's probably going to be like flower and garden related. So who knows? Maybe it'll be a Figment run, which would be very cool. That would be very, very cool, but we don't really know what's going to happen. So I guess we'll just have to find out. So is anybody else planning on doing any Run Disney things, or have you ever had an interest in Run Disney? Because if you haven't, it is a blast. It is a blast. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of running, but it is so much fun. So if you do get the chance to go, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's awesome. It is awesome. Let me see. Orange Bird. Ooh, could be Orange Bird. That's a good thought. But I think the teal is throwing me off. But you know what? Like they could just really put any character in a teal shirt. So maybe it's Luca. Because Luca's got a lot of teal. That would be very cool. It's a very healthy addiction. You are right. Run Disney is an addiction. But hey, we're getting healthy. So meanwhile, while I have my McDonald's. Yeah, I'm not being healthy today. But I've never been to Disney, but I'm going on shopping. Oh, that's so exciting. Are you going to Disney World or are you going to Disneyland? Because that's awesome. Either way, it's awesome. Either way. Let's see. Okay, World, that's awesome. So that's great because you're going to be there for the 50th. Are you planning on going to the Halloween events? I feel like I may have asked you this last week. Thanks, Nat. Yeah, so that'd be very cool. Maybe after hours, maybe not after hours, but either way, you're going to get the 50th celebrations, which are super, super awesome. And I can't wait to see what they do with the fireworks show. Like, Harmonious coming, I'm like, next level, because I just love it. So it is really expensive. You're right. It's pretty expensive, especially given they haven't really announced if you're going to get fireworks. There's not going to be any shows. So it's an interesting kind of price point for what it is. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really good to go, but I certainly understand why you're not. I certainly understand that because it is quite a bit of money. So I can't wait to be there in November. Yes! Cheryl is going in November, and I actually feel like I am just going to miss you again, Cheryl, because It looks as though I'm going to be there for last few days of September and the first week and a bit of October. So of course, I'm going to miss you by like 2 weeks, which is typical, right? Typical. Oh, and you're maybe going to Disneyland in January. Well, I'm going to be at Disney World in January for the Goofy Challenge. Dang it, Cheryl. We're constantly missing each other. Constantly missing each other. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I am parched. I'm either talking way too much or just too aggressively. I'm like so dry. Let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure that I am not missing anything. So one day we will be there together. Yes, one of these days. One of these days. Hey, Reese, welcome. Basically, we went through like this massive list of news, Reese. So like huge stuff is going on. You really want Halloween ears? Well, I'm sure there's going to be some. And I know you're probably going to like them because I will probably... There's very few sets of ears that I don't like. There's also a very few set of ears that I purchase, but hey Isaac, welcome, welcome. It's great to see you here. Good to see you guys. So please make sure you guys are hitting that like button and sharing the stream out. Make sure that you are hitting subscribe and clicking that notification bell so you never miss when I go live. And speaking of when I go live, I mentioned it earlier at the beginning of the stream. There is a extra bonus WDW Wednesday stream tonight happening remotely for you guys. And I say remotely because I'm technically remote from Disney, so it's remotely for me. But we are going to be live streaming from the cast preview of Epcot Forever. So if you have never seen Epcot Forever, or if you just really need it back in your life, please make sure you're checking out that stream and I will get it linked. Or if Reese, if you don't mind linking it, if you don't mind, Reese will pop that into the chat for me because he's a gem. And yeah, so please make sure that you are going to be watching that. That stream is probably going to be going live around the 11:15 mark as the fireworks do start at 11:30. So if you're a night owl or if you are in the Western time zone or any time zone that's not deemed late, make sure that you are watching because that's going to be super, super fun. Thank you so much, Reese. I appreciate it. You'll be asleep, but I'll watch it tomorrow. Fantastic. Yes, because it's definitely going to be set up to go on replay. And I'm actually going to probably check those settings to make sure that it does go on replay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Reese. It's going to be really, really exciting. I have a near and dear person to my heart who is going to be an absolute gem and be providing this for you guys, for me. So, because I would love nothing more than to be at this park to share it with you guys. But yeah, so we are going to be sharing it with you indirectly, but directly. How do I say this? I have someone is going to be on my channel helping me out for this one. So, yay! I don't know how much he's going to be talking because I feel like he's going to be camera shy and he's probably going to be like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, so don't expect me to talk. But don't worry about it because I'm going to be in the chat and we can chit chat the whole time and talk about everything that's super cool that's going on. It's sad that I have a dislike. You know what? It happens. It happens. It's you can't please everybody, Anonymous. You can't please everybody. So, everyone, yes. Thank you, Nat. So again, please make sure that you are sharing this stream out. It means a whole lot to me. I love talking to you guys every Wednesday. And don't forget that we do go live every Saturday night as well. And that's where you guys get to guide the conversation. So the chat kind of leads the way. So yeah, that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles. So we have WDW Wednesdays and we have SwishWilly Saturdays. And they both happen typically at 7 p.m. I know tonight I was a little bit late. I had a few things to do for work. But alas, we are here. So yeah. But yes, with a special guest host who is probably going to be more like a ghost host and exercising the act of silence. Actually, you'll probably hear him on the phone with me, with me trying to like fix things up for him, making sure he's all set up. But yeah, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm really, really excited for that. Dun, dun, dun. Look at, what? Reese, what are you talking about? Sorry. Look at what, where, what, Reese? Just, hang on, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Hold on. Oh, never mind. I know what you're talking about. Hold up. Sorry about that, guys. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Well, this may or may not happen now. Okay. Well, we're gonna hope that we can get this going. It looks as though they might not be able to stream. Wah wah. Ding dang. Okay, I'm really hoping that that's like... Oh no. Oh man. Man. That's okay, Reese. Okay, so here I was, super excited about this bonus stream, and now it looks as though they are not going to allow social media and live streaming into the park for this. Well, that's disappointing. That's super disappointing. I know who jinxed it, but I'm not going to say their name on here and give them the satisfaction. Just kidding. I don't actually know who did it, but, you know, dang, that would have been really cool. I should probably tell him that he doesn't have to now, so. That's so disappointing. Oh, that's upsetting. I mean, I kind of get it because it is technically a dress rehearsal. Wah, wah, wah. Well, maybe we can get it on another night. We'll get it for you guys on another night. Dang. Well, that's too bad. Dang. I don't know what else to say, but dang. We'll see what we can do here. We'll see what we can do. I'm not going to take it down just yet. It just might be modified. So definitely still make sure that you are setting your reminders for that stream. Keep tabs on it. I will try to keep communicating with you guys. I'm hoping that we can just kind of modify it, maybe be on a different angle. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I'll see what I can do. Oh, that's so disappointing. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we'll see if we can grab it from Boardwalk or something like that. But I don't want to say that that is going to happen. Ding dang. Again, sometimes just things don't play out the way you want them to. But that is life and we just have to roll with it. So keep your tabs on the stream because we are definitely going to try to go live some way, shape, or form. But yeah, so yeah, it might just be a little bit different than anticipated. But all right, have a great night, Panda. Thank you for joining in. We really appreciate it. But yeah, so definitely keep tabs on that. I'm hoping that we can figure something out. And yeah, I will keep you guys posted in that chat. So if you haven't already kind of opened that one up, just keep checking that chat. I'll be posting basically what's been going on. Or if you want to follow the Facebook group, if you go in there, I'll be able to touch base with you guys and let you know exactly what's happening right directly in there. That's where I do a lot of my communication with you guys. So if you are not a part of the Facebook group, please make sure that you join it because that is exactly where you'll find out all the info possible. So, I'm going to link that for you guys. Sorry, give me 1 second. I usually have it pinned to the top of the chat, so I am so sorry, guys. Normally that's there for you already and I don't have to worry about it. So here's the Facebook group. Sorry, 1 second. Drat. Oh man. Drat. Okay, that's okay. We will figure it out. And if not tonight, then we'll get it another night. So fingers crossed. Ooh, I have the hiccup. Sorry. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So yeah. Oh man. Drat. Meh. Oh god. Here's my weird noises coming out. That's when you know I'm disappointed, when I start making those weird like meh noises. Oh man, oh man. Oh, that's too bad. I am super sorry about that, guys. So, yeah. Well, on that note, I suppose I should probably end this stream now, because that was going to be my whole, like, hey guys, go over there. Dang, ding, dang, dang. But that's okay. So we will figure it out. And if not tonight, we'll do it another night, but I will definitely keep you posted. So please make sure that you are joining that Facebook group and that you are paying attention to the live stream chat. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Reese, you didn't rain on my parade. You just helped. You helped me. You made me bring out my umbrella so I could fix it. So that's all. No raining on my parade. I'm just the rainy day cavalcade. But yeah, so that is the stream for today. And thank you so much for joining me. It means a heck of a lot that you guys join me each and every Wednesday. I love seeing you guys in here. And again, please make sure that you share this stream out to your friends and family for future Wednesdays. And don't miss me out on Saturday, because that's going to be another fun stream with me. Yeah, so I really look forward to seeing you guys, and have an awesome day.